Okay, as I was saying, magazines have a huge readership among the target demographic that we're looking for, and there's a certain prestige to being in a magazine. They're slick, they're beautiful, and you have a higher yield from those subscribers because they've purchased the information in the magazine, and so they have a more of a tendency to be open to what the magazine is selling. The cons of magazines are they just have an extremely long shelf life. Everyone has seen the magazine on the doctor's office table that's been there for 2 years, and yet you still pick it up and thumb through it. So the thing that you want to make sure when you do magazine ads is you want to ensure that they're evergreen. You want it to be a brand awareness ad. You don't want to do something that's super timely, that it's a discounted rate after that expires, or a promotion that is only a couple of weeks long. You want to make sure that ad will last a very long time and represent your brand well. The cons of a magazine are that they're extremely expensive. They take a lot of effort to create. And because this is an eco-friendly product, you do want to be aware that magazines are not eco-friendly. However, I kept them in the tactics because you want to make sure that you're getting in front of consumers who may not be choosing sustainable options right now, but they are open to considering them. And so you always want to make sure that you're getting in front of people who could be potential customers in the future. And then there is no tracking system for a magazine as of yet. It's very difficult to really know if a magazine ad you've purchased leads to a sale later on, but I believe that the brand awareness that it provides you is worth purchasing and participating in print publications. Next, it's TV. I really think that TV is a fantastic way to get in front of this consumer group. The average American adult watches about 2.5 hours of TV, and that actually increases in age groups 50 and older. So looking at live TV, or I believe it's called Live Plus, to where it's like a recorded and they watch it later, so TV shows and things like that, that's a fantastic way to get in front of this audience. There's also a gap in mature, positive portrayals of women of this age group. So an ad that portrays them as being a really strong, independent, and successful woman with robust life and hobbies, that would be really well received, and I think would gain a lot of traction among this group of people. So those are all really great pros for TV. Other ones you might want to think about is it's a multi-dimensional medium. So going back to how women process, use all of their senses to process, if you have a viewer that's an auditory learner or a visual learner, you've hit them both with a TV ad. TV ads actually last longer on recall and have a higher impact on sales longer. So people remember it and consider it much longer than other mediums. The rise of multi-screen use. So, watching a television show that is showing your ad gives the opportunity for somebody who's on their phone at the same time to tweet about it or post about it, and kind of increase brand awareness. TV is also considered one of the most trustworthy forms of advertising, so I think it's really important to be in this medium. Challenges for television are it's extremely expensive to produce TV ads, and it's pretty inflexible. There is going to be a decent amount of waste in regard to who is seeing your ad. So a 5-year-old boy is not necessarily going to purchase your cleaning product, but you're still going to pay for him to see your ad. And so that's always a challenge when it comes to television. Finally, I think to kind of round us out, I think a really, really good option to kind of engage senses, to really have a high interaction with consumers, is to do a public relations campaign. So I would recommend finding Arbor Day events or Earth Day events across the United States and sponsoring them, having tabling events, having sales reps on the floor at trade shows and things like that to really engage consumers. So research actually shows that interventions, so sales moments of phone calls or somebody stopping somebody at a table or something like that, actually has a pretty high rate of return if somebody has already seen an advertisement for the brand, specifically for green products. And so this is a really good way to support your tactics through social media, magazines, and television. So have people on the ground talking to consumers. It proves the company's value. You know, women really care, and consumers of green products really care about how the company is producing the actual product. This allows for public education, earned media opportunities, press interviews, all of those types of things are really great for opportunities for events like this. Challenges in regard to PR is kind of a loss of brand control. You know, when you turn over your story to the media, you don't really have control. You don't have control at all, really, over what they say and what they publish, or if they publish anything at all. So that's always a risk. The message could be negatively received. You just never know how people are going to take things. But I think all of these potential risks are really mitigated by continuous public education, social media engagement, and just boots on the ground. I think this is a really fantastic way to engage your consumers. So hopefully through social media, magazines, television, and a public relations campaign, you can successfully engage with this high-yield consumer and get a fantastic return on your investment. So thank you so much, and you have a fantastic evening.